Welcome back to the channel MS Old Coins. I hope you are having an amazing day. If you enjoy discovering hidden treasures, incredible history, and exciting stories that could completely change the way you look at everyday objects, then you are in the right place. Let's get started today. We are exploring one special coin, the 1998 Australian 50-cent commemorative coin, celebrating the bicentenary of the discovery of Bass Strait. This single coin has become one of the most talked about Australian commemorative coins among collectors, and many people continue searching for it in collections, old jars, and family coin albums. The story begins more than 200 years ago. In 1798, explorers George Bass and Matthew Flinders proved that Tasmania was separated from mainland Australia by a stretch of water that became known as Bass Strait. Their remarkable voyage changed Australian navigation forever and became one of the greatest achievements in the country's maritime history. Exactly 200 years later, in 1998, Australia honored that historic achievement by releasing a beautiful commemorative 50-cent coin. The design was created to celebrate courage, exploration, and the determination of two men who helped reshape Australian history. Unlike ordinary circulating coins, commemorative issues often attract collectors from the moment they are released. Many people carefully preserved this coin because they understood it represented an important national milestone. The reverse design beautifully captures the spirit of exploration. It features imagery connected to the famous voyage through Bass Strait, reminding Australians of the courage required to sail into largely unknown waters more than 2 centuries earlier. The obverse carries the familiar portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, representing Australia's constitutional history, while connecting the commemorative design with the nation's modern coinage. The Royal Australian Mint produced this commemorative coin with impressive detail. Its sharp artwork, balanced design, and historical significance quickly made it a favorite among collectors both inside and outside Australia. Many collectors believe this coin represents much more than 50 cents. It tells the story of discovery, determination, and the beginning of a new understanding of Australia's geography. As interest in Australian commemorative coins continues to grow around the world, demand for historic issues such as this one has remained strong among numismatic enthusiasts. Collectors especially appreciate coins that celebrate major historical anniversaries. The bicentenary of the discovery of Bass Strait is one of those events that carries lasting historical importance. Condition plays a huge role in determining value. Coins that still display brilliant mint luster, crisp details, and very few marks are often considered the most desirable examples. Some collectors spend years searching for outstanding examples to complete their Australian commemorative collections, making exceptional pieces highly sought after. Special presentation versions released for collectors are often admired because they were carefully preserved from the day they were issued. Professional grading can increase collector confidence. A coin that receives an outstanding grade from a respected grading company often attracts stronger interest at auctions. Rare errors are another exciting possibility. If a genuine mint error exists on this commemorative issue, collectors may compete aggressively to own such an unusual piece. Coins connected with important historical events often continue attracting new collectors generation after generation. That long-term interest helps maintain excitement around commemorative issues like this one. The beautiful craftsmanship of this coin also makes it popular among people who collect world coins rather than only Australian coins. One fascinating feature is how this coin combines history, exploration, art, and national pride into a single design that can fit into the palm of your hand. Many experienced collectors carefully inspect every 1998 Bass Strait commemorative coin they find, because exceptional examples can command impressive prices in the collector market. Auction houses have shown that historically important Australian commemorative coins can attract enthusiastic bidding whenever premium examples appear for sale. If your coin remains in outstanding condition with remarkable eye appeal, it could become one of the highlights of an advanced Australian coin collection. Some experts believe that top-quality examples with exceptional preservation and strong collector demand may achieve prices reaching several $1,000s. In extraordinary situations involving perfectly preserved specimens, certified high grades, or remarkable mint errors, collectors have reported values climbing toward $10,000 or even more in competitive markets. Stories about valuable commemorative coins inspire thousands of people to check old collections that have remained untouched for decades. Many remarkable discoveries begin in ordinary homes, where forgotten coin albums quietly preserve pieces of Australian history waiting to be rediscovered. This is exactly why experienced collectors recommend examining every commemorative coin carefully instead of overlooking it, because its true collector appeal may surprise you. The 1998 Australian 50-cent bicentenary of the Discovery of Bass Strait coin is admired not only for its appearance, but also for the incredible story it preserves from Australia's past. Whether you inherited one, found one in an old collection, or purchased one from a collector, this single commemorative coin represents an important chapter in Australian history and remains a favorite among coin enthusiasts worldwide. Imagine discovering that the coin resting in your collection is an outstanding example admired by collectors everywhere. That possibility is exactly what keeps the excitement of coin collecting alive every single day. If you own this 1998 Australian 50-cent commemorative coin, take a close look at its condition, protect it carefully, and learn as much as possible about it. One remarkable coin could become a treasured collectible with the potential to sell for an impressive amount in the right market. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy learning about valuable coins, hidden treasures, and amazing stories from around the world, be sure to subscribe. Leave a comment telling us whether you own this 1998 Australian 50-cent Bass Strait commemorative coin, and join us for another exciting journey into the world of rare and historic coins. Next coin today, we are diving deep into the extraordinary world of Australian numismatics to uncover the story, the value, and the jaw-dropping potential of a coin that you might have sitting in your pocket right now. I am talking about the 2001 Australian 50-cent coin commemorating the Centenary of Federation. This is not just any 50-cent piece. This is a piece of history, a work of art, and potentially a golden ticket to a very profitable payday. Now I know what you are thinking. It is just a 50-cent coin, right? Wrong. Dead wrong. The story behind this coin is as rich and vast as the country it represents. In 2001, Australia celebrated 100 years since the federation of its states into the Commonwealth of Australia. To honor this monumental milestone, the Royal Australian Mint pulled out all the stops. They didn't just release one coin. They released a series of coins for every single state and territory. Each one features the unique coat of arms for that specific region, making each coin a distinct and collectible artifact in its own right. Now let's talk about the design, because this is where the magic truly begins. The standard 50-cent coin usually features the Australian coat of arms, but for the Centenary of Federation, they created a special commemorative design featuring a stylized map of Australia. This map is divided into its 6 states and 2 territories, surrounded by a beautiful ring of Commonwealth stars. It's not just a coin, it is a snapshot of a nation's identity. The obverse, or head side, features the elegant bust of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by the renowned Ian Rank Broadley. This is the 4th portrait of the Queen used on Australian currency, and it adds a touch of royal prestige to the coin's overall aesthetic. When you hold this coin, you are holding the face of a monarch and the symbol of a united nation. But here is where it gets really interesting for your wallet. The 2001 Federation 50-cent coin wasn't just a one-and-done deal. It is actually a series of 10 different coins, each representing a different state or territory. You have New South Wales, Victoria, Queensland, South Australia, Western Australia, Tasmania, the Northern Territory, the Australian Capital Territory, and even Norfolk Island. Collectors are often driven to complete the entire set, which significantly drives up the demand and, consequently, the price. That is a massive win for anyone who holds one or more of these beauties. Now, let's answer the question that is burning on everyone's lips. What is this coin worth right now? If you were to walk into a shop with a standard circulated 2001 Federation 50-cent coin, you might be offered a few dollars above its face value. Price guides show that a circulated coin can be worth around $2.60 to $3.60 in American dollars. But wait, don't you dare spend it for that price. That is just the baseline, the absolute floor. If you have a coin that is in uncirculated condition, meaning it has never been used in everyday transactions and retains its original mint luster, the value jumps significantly. An uncirculated coin can be valued at $13.10, $15.90, or even $17.90 in some cases. But we are not here to talk about chump change. We are here to talk about real money. Now we are getting into the good stuff. What about a proof coin? These are specially made coins with a mirror-like finish, struck multiple times to ensure the highest quality. The mintage for some of these proof coins is incredibly low. For example, the proof version of the New South Wales coin had a mintage of just 12,492. That is rare. And rarity, my friends, is the engine that drives value. The value of this coin depends heavily on its quality, where supply, demand, and finish. Let's look at the hard numbers from the grading tables. For a coin in MS63 condition, which is a nice uncirculated grade, we are looking at a value of around $4.20. Move up to MS64, and that price jumps to $5.30. But when you hit MS65, a truly gem quality coin, the value skyrockets to $14.30. This shows you how quickly the value can escalate based on just a slight difference in condition. And it gets even better. An MS66 grade coin is valued at $23.30. An MS67, which is an exceptionally high grade, is worth $26.10. That is over 50 times its face value just for being in perfect condition. That is a phenomenal return on a 50-cent piece. Imagine finding that in your spare change jar. It happens more often than you think. But the true value of this coin doesn't just lie in its standard issue. It lies in the errors. The 2001 Federation coins are famous for their minting errors, and these errors are where the serious money is at. One of the most famous errors is the upset error or rotation error. This occurs when the die strikes the coin at an incorrect angle, meaning that when you flip the coin over, the queen's head is not upright. If you find a coin with this error, you have found something incredibly special. According to experts, a circulated 2001 Federation coin with a rotation error can be worth between $50 and $100. But if you find one in better condition, that price can soar up to $350. That is not a typo. A coin with a simple rotation error could be worth $350. Can you imagine the look on your face when you discover that in your collection? That is what makes coin collecting so exhilarating. But we are not stopping there. There are reports of an upset error for the 2001 Federation $1 coin being worth approximately $100. While that is a different denomination, it shows how much the market values these mistakes. For the 50-cent piece, the potential is just as high, if not higher, depending on the specific error and condition. I am talking about values that can reach up to $5,000 for mint condition error coins. Now you might be thinking, that's a lot of money for a coin, but what about the future? Let me tell you, the future is incredibly bright. The Australian 50-cent coin has a fascinating history all on its own. Did you know it is the only Australian coin that is dodecagonal? That's right, it has 12 sides. This iconic shape makes it instantly recognizable and a favorite among collectors worldwide. The material itself adds to its allure. These coins are struck from a durable copper-nickel alloy, 75% copper and 25% nickel. They are non-magnetic and have a substantial weight of 15.55 grams, giving them a satisfying heft in your hand. They are built to last, which means many of them are still out there in fantastic condition, just waiting to be discovered. The total mintage for the circulation version of the 2001 Centenary of Federation 50-cent coin was a staggering 43,149,600. I know what you are thinking. If there are so many, how can it be valuable? This is a common misconception. While the total number is high, the number of coins that survive in high grades is incredibly small. Most of these coins were used in daily transactions and are now heavily worn. Furthermore, this massive mintage was spread across 10 different designs. This means the individual mintage for each state or territory is significantly lower. Some states had much lower mintages than others, creating a natural hierarchy of scarcity within the series. A coin from a state with a lower mintage will naturally command a higher premium. The simple fact that this coin commemorates such a significant historical event ensures its lasting appeal. The Centenary of Federation was a once-in-a-lifetime celebration. As time marches on and we move further away from 2001, the historical significance of this coin will only grow. Future generations will look back at this coin as a tangible link to a pivotal moment in Australian history. Now let's talk about real-world auction results, because this is where the rubber meets the road. In one remarkable auction, a lot containing 10 uncirculated 2001 Centenary of Federation 50-cent coins, one for each state and territory, sold for an incredible $1,100. That is $1,100 for 10 coins. These were not even gold or silver coins. They were cupronickel coins. That is the power of a complete set in pristine condition. This auction result should set your heart racing. It proves that there is a vibrant and active market for these coins. People are willing to pay top dollar to complete their collections. If you have a complete set of these coins in uncirculated condition, you are sitting on a small fortune. That is a fact. So what is the maximum value this coin can reach in the future? Based on current trends and the skyrocketing demand for high-grade Australian decimal coins, the sky is the limit. A standard high-grade coin could easily reach $50 to $100 in the coming years as more collectors enter the market. But for error coins, the potential is exponential. Imagine a 2001 Federation 50-cent coin with a rare rotation error, graded at MS65 or higher. That is a coin that could easily fetch $500, $1,000, or even more in a competitive auction. The combination of a significant error and a near-perfect grade is the holy grail of coin collecting. It is a perfect storm that drives prices to extraordinary levels. We cannot ignore the growing global interest in coin collecting. With the rise of online auction platforms like eBay, collectors from all over the world can now bid on Australian coins. This international exposure creates a larger pool of potential buyers, which naturally drives up the price. Your coin is no longer just competing with Australian buyers. It is competing with the world. Every single person watching this video needs to check their change, their old coin jars, and their collections right now. The 2001 Federation 50-cent coin is out there, and it is waiting to be found. It could be hiding in plain sight, just waiting for a keen eye like yours to spot it and unlock its true value. You don't need to be a professional numismatist to recognize a valuable coin. You just need to know what to look for. Look for the 2001 date. Look for the words Centenary of Federation. And most importantly, look for any signs of an error, like a misaligned queen's head. If you see any of these, you might just have struck gold. The coin collecting community is passionate and hungry for high-quality specimens. If you list a certified, high-grade 2001 Federation 50-cent coin on eBay today, you will have dozens of watchers and bidders within hours. The demand is real, and the excitement surrounding these coins is palpable. It is a seller's market for these little treasures. Many people make the mistake of thinking that only old coins are valuable. This is a myth. Modern commemorative coins, especially those with errors, can be incredibly lucrative. The 2001 Federation coin is a prime example of a modern coin that has already proven its worth in the auction market. It is a testament to the fact that value can be found in any era. The intrinsic value of the metal itself, while currently low, adds a safety net. Even if the numismatic market were to dip, the coin still has a base metal value and a face value of 50 cents. But let's be honest, that is not why we are here. We are here for the thrill of the hunt and the joy of discovering a hidden gem. We are also here for the financial gain. In a world of economic uncertainty, tangible assets like rare coins provide a safe haven for your wealth. They are portable, durable, and their value is not tied to the stock market. Investing in coins is investing in history, and history has a proven track record of increasing in value over time. My final message to you is this: do not underestimate the power of the 2001 Australian 50-cent coin. It is valuable now, and its value will only increase in the future. Whether you are a seasoned collector or a complete beginner, this coin deserves your attention. It is a piece of Australian heritage that could very well be the most valuable 50 cents you will ever own. So go out there, start searching, and get ready to be amazed. The treasure is waiting.